Good evening and welcome to PokéTok News, the investigative journalism show where we look at popular stories from the last week and make a Pokemon team out of them. Let's get to tonight's stories. It's been a busy news week and we can't cover everything on PokéTok News, such as 2 members of the Royal Air Force being admonished by a judge for stealing a Paddington statue, an earthquake rocking Myanmar, and COVID-19 grants being taken away from public health agencies in the United States. But let's get to the stories we can cover. Thought at first to perhaps be a miracle of God, as communion wafers in an Indiana church were found to have red spots on them after laboratory testing turned out to be fungus and bacteria commonly found on human hands. For this, we have fungus. Singer Chappell Roan found herself in a bit of hot water this week after a controversial conversation about parenthood on the podcast Call Her Daddy. Most upset by these comments, Kangas Khan. In a story that has dominated the news this week, members of the Trump administration accidentally included Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg in a war plans text message group chat. For this, we have Rotom, specifically Rotom Phone, which I know is not an official version of Rotom, but it's the version that I'm choosing for this story. On Sunday, President Trump took to social media to demand that the Colorado State Capitol remove the portrait they had commissioned of him, stating that it was an offensive likeness. Smeargle is excited to paint the replacement. Wednesday, Marvel had a 5-hour-long live stream showing the grip it still has on the public conscious as it slowly unveiled each character that will be in the upcoming film Doomsday. Still waiting on her chair is Pokemon's favorite actress, Wigglytuff. Lastly tonight, the man known as Europe's last dictator, Alexander Lukashenko, was sworn in for his 7th term as president of Belarus. The opposition to his oppressive party is represented by both white and flowers, and so to represent them and their fight against this injustice is the white flower Flabebe. That's it for this week. Would you fight with this team? Thank you so much for tuning into PokéTok News. My name is Maddie, and I'll see you next week.